Colligative properties depend on the number of solute particles in solution, and they do not depend on nature of the particles. There are 4 colligative properties: vapor pressure lowering, boiling point elevation, freezing point lowering, and osmotic pressure. And this video will focus only on vapor pressure lowering. We are again going to do colligative properties, but this is going to focus only on vapor pressure lowering. The vapor pressure lowering is actually defined by something called as Raoult's law. Raoult's law states that pressure of a solution, or the vapor pressure of a solution, is equal to mole fraction of the solvent times the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. So I get P1 equals X1 P10. Now we know that the mole fraction of the solvent X1 plus the mole fraction of the solute X2 is equal to 1. Therefore, the equation 2 can be replaced as, instead of X1, I can write it as 1 minus X2. So I get P1 equals 1 minus X2 P10. When you rearrange the equation, I will get the change in vapor pressure, that is delta P is equal to X2 P10. Or in other words, we can just say that vapor pressure depression or vapor pressure lowering is equal to the mole fraction of the solute times the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. So you can notice that this is different from Raoult's law. Raoult's law talks about not the depression, it talks about the vapor pressure of the solvent and the vapor pressure of the solution. And the end equation delta P is the vapor pressure lowering, where we take the mole fraction of the solute. We are going to do a question in which I am going to consider a non-volatile solute that do not dissociate into ions. So what I mean by this is, there won't be any contribution from the solute to the vapor pressure. 350 gram of glucose is dissolved in 550 milliliter of water at 35 degrees Celsius. Calculate the vapor pressure of the solution. The vapor pressure of water at 35 degrees Celsius is 42 millimeter Hg. Assume density of water as 1 grams per milliliter. Or what have they asked us? If you use Raoult's law, you know that they have asked for P1. P10 is given, and in order to calculate P1, I have to calculate X1. So in other words, I need to get the mole fraction of the solvent. So to calculate the mole fraction of the solvent, I need to get the total moles. So let's start with the moles of the solute, that's the glucose, which is equal to grams of glucose divided by the molar mass of glucose. And then moles of solvent will be equal to grams of solvent divided by molar mass of solvent. Density, since they have asked us to assume as 1, volume and mass of water become same. So I got the moles of solute and the solvent. So after calculating the total moles, I can get the mole fraction of water. That's equal to 0.940. So apply Raoult's law and we get the vapor pressure of the solution equal to mole fraction times the vapor pressure of the pure water, and that's equal to 39.5. And you can notice that P1 is smaller than the P10, indicating that there is a lowering of vapor pressure. So we'll do one more question, but in this case I'm going to use a non-volatile solute, but it's going to dissociate into ions. Therefore, in our calculation we have to do adjustment for this. 75 grams of sodium chloride are added to 755 milliliter of water at 20 degrees Celsius. Calculate the vapor pressure of the solution. The vapor pressure of pure water is 17.5 millimeter mercury. Assume the density of water as 1 grams per milliliter. So we'll start with Raoult's law. Raoult's law, as we know, is equal to P1 equals X1 P10. So P10 is given and P1 has to be calculated. X1, the mole fraction of the solvent, has to be calculated. So in order to calculate the mole fraction of the solvent, we will start with the moles of the solute. Moles of the solute, sodium chloride, is equal to 75 grams divided by 58.45, the molar mass of sodium chloride. And this is a case in which, as I told you, that the solute will dissociate. That means sodium chloride will dissociate into sodium ions and chloral ions. So every sodium chloride I get 2 ions, and this is colligative property, and it has to be taken into consideration, and hence the moles of the solute sodium chloride is multiplied by 2, and I get it as 2.56 mole. You can see that this step is different from the previous one, where the solute was a non-volatile one. Therefore, I took the moles of solute as this. So after calculating the moles of the solute sodium chloride, we have to calculate the moles of the solvent. That is mass of the solvent divided by molar mass. So I have the moles of the solute, I have the moles of the solvent, and get the total moles and calculate the mole fraction. Once you get the mole fraction, it's easy. Use Raoult's law and calculate the vapor pressure of the solution, which is equal to 16.5 millimeter of Ag. And here also you could see that the vapor pressure of the solution is lower than that of the pure solvent. Another question. This is a case in which the solute is volatile, but it's not going to dissociate into ions. So since the solute is volatile, therefore there will be contribution to the vapor pressure of the solution from the solute also. So the question says that calculate the vapor pressure of a solution when 125 grams of ethanol is mixed with 55 grams of water at 20 degrees Celsius. The vapor pressures of ethanol and water are given as 43.7 and 17.5 millimeter at 20 degrees Celsius respectively. So as usual we will apply Raoult's law, but let's calculate the mole fractions. So we will start with the moles of ethanol and moles of water. And after we calculate the moles of ethanol and water, we can get the mole fraction of water. But this is a case in which I have to calculate the mole fraction of the ethanol also. And from the mole fraction of water, I will get the pressure of P1 equals X1 P0. This is the contribution from water. Then I can get the vapor pressure, the contribution from, because I said the solute is volatile, so that is also going to contribute to the total vapor pressure. Therefore, I have to have an extra step here, that is P2 is also calculated. That's equal to X2 P20. So I have the vapor pressure contribution from water, I have a vapor pressure contribution from ethanol, and now the total vapor pressure is the sum of the two, which is equal to 29.8. And if you look at the value of it, this is lower than that of ethanol, but higher than that of water. So as long as ethanol is concerned, the vapor pressure depression has occurred. But in case of water, because water is not very volatile, the vapor pressure is increased because this has an additional contribution from the volatile solute. So we will do one more question. Calculate the vapor pressure lowering of a solution, that is 30% by volume in toluene in the solvent benzene at 20 degrees Celsius. The vapor pressure of pure benzene is 74.61 millimeter Ag and the density is given as 0.879. Density of toluene is also given. So this is a question they have asked you for the vapor pressure depression. So we will use the formula delta P is equal to X2 P10. And so since they have asked you to calculate delta P and P10 is also given, we need to get the mole fraction X2. So in order to get the mole fraction of X2, we need to get the moles of benzene and moles of toluene. So it's given that volume of it's 30%. That means the volume of toluene is 30 and the volume of benzene will be 70. So hence the mass of toluene will be equal to, multiplied by density, that will be equal to 25.9. Similarly, mass of benzene can be calculated and I get that as 61.5. So after getting the mass of toluene and mass of benzene, I need to get the moles. Moles is obtained by dividing it by the molar mass. So moles of toluene is equal to 0.282 and moles of benzene is equal to 0.788 moles. So after we calculate the moles, get the mole fractions, and I need the mole fraction of toluene because that is the solute here, and that's equal to 0.263. After getting the mole fraction of toluene, use the vapor pressure depression equation, delta P equals X2P10, and calculate the vapor pressure depression, that is equal to 19.7 millimeter. And